back. We're back again with the Life Aspect, episode 2, the Project Oasis aspect. Now, this would have been episode 3, but we had a couple problems with something we recorded previously, where it was almost like 2 hours worth of footage, and we just lost it all because we're new to this, man. We're beginners, we're rookies. Rookie mistake. But Project Oasis is a non-profit organization. For those of you who don't know, I am currently in the military. Now, this is not a military channel. I don't preach about the military, but I do talk about my experience, and it is something that I experienced. So, on base, what I noticed is that there's a bunch of groups and a bunch of these private organizations who operate within squadrons. Maybe you see them like doing cookouts, doing events, which are great. I love the events. But I went up to someone who was in our private organization for where we work at, and I was like, hey, I want to help the German local community because that's where we live. That's who we interact with. I don't want to just drink with them. I want to actually help somebody who might need it, who might want it, and they wouldn't say anything. And they're pretty much like, yeah, that's a good idea, but that's not what we do. And I'm like, all right, well, who does do it? Oh, we don't know, but you can find somebody. You know what? Fuck that. I'm lazy. I'm not going to go find somebody who maybe won't do what I want to do. I'm going to go do what I want to do, and then I'm going to learn from it. I think that's the best way to learn anything, to go out and do it. Just fucking, if you want to learn how to smuggle cocaine across the border, go ahead and do it. When you get caught, you learn how you fucked up, maybe do like 20 years or something, but you learn. Now, Project Oasis, our mission statement is creating the world of tomorrow through our actions today. I set this up to pretty much be who I am. That's how I live my life. Every time I do something, like, you know what? I have this crazy ass idea, this crazy ass vision for my future, for everyone's future. How the fuck am I gonna get it done? You know what? I'm gonna do something today that might help it later. If that's eating healthy, if that's going to the gym, if that's making a podcast that only gets 50 views. Man, let's do it. Let's learn. I'm all for experimenting, learning, and just pushing forward to the next step. So, back to that mission statement. Creating the world of tomorrow through our actions today. Now, this entails everything, man. So, for example, the first year I came here, I was able to raise 300 pounds of food, and it wasn't by myself, but it was a mission led only by me, where I had people helping me, of course, but I was the sole one in charge of it. And then fast forward a year later, I was like, yo, fuck that. 300? I can't do that. I gotta do bigger numbers. I want to go to the big leagues. I need big numbers. So I developed a game plan, a scheme, and we raised a little over 4,000 pounds, which I'm pretty happy, but it wasn't my goal. I wanted to reach 3,000 pounds the first time I did it. The second time I did it, I wanted to reach 10,000 pounds. And next year, just wait and see what we're going to do. But anyway, my goal is to help people. It doesn't matter if it's poor people, rich people, people who don't like me, people who do like me. I live to add value, and that's what I want to do. That's why I created the Life Aspect, Project Oasis. Now, my part in it is CEO, and this isn't just to boost my ego, but it's to create authority. You have authority based on titles. So, you could be, I don't know, a Jeff Bezos. Oh, I'm somebody who sells books. Yeah, but then that motherfucker became the CEO of Amazon, and I'm like, oh my God, CEO of Amazon? But, flashback, 1997, what the fuck was Amazon then? Come on now. So, with this being said, the CEO, that person, because it could be a female, male, whatever they like to classify themselves as, transgender, doesn't matter. It's someone who envisions the future. And I have it set up like this so that way when there is other sectors of Project Oasis, you could be the president, you could be the CEO of that section. I'm not here forever, and it's sad because some people do live like that, where they think they're gonna live to 1,000, but life ain't like that. So Project Oasis isn't the Jason Rodriguez Foundation or whatever, because I do care about me, but I care about the mission of helping others. So that's why it's called Project Oasis. Because together we're finding an oasis somewhere where it's serenity, where it's beautiful, where you want to go. And I think we have that right in front of us everywhere you go, except you just got to create it. That's why it's a project. It's supposed to be finished. And then our future plans, like I really want this to be everywhere. Whether it be, I don't know, if you're in Japan, if you're in Germany, if you're in America, South Africa, Egypt, represent Project Oasis, represent yourself by helping somebody. It doesn't take much. For example, the other day for the military, we have to take a physical assessment. And this encompasses push-ups, sit-ups, circumference, measurement, and then also a run. And now I'm training for the Athens Marathon 2019, and I was gunning for a 9 minute 10 seconds mile and a half. And then I was gonna pass the last guy, but then something told me, hey, slowly roll a little bit and help this guy push through. So I'm like, all right, let me just listen to that. I believe in the higher power and all that. You could call it God, call it love, Allah, Jah, whatever you want to call it. You call it, I don't know, fucking Barack Obama or Ellen DeGeneres. I don't give a fuck. But call it whatever you want to call it. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just listen to this shit. So sure enough, I'm like, you know what? Let's go, guy. Like, yo, we gotta push. So we bust our ass, and we got a 9 minute and 30 second mile and a half. And he's like, yo, thank you so much. I'm like, hey man, don't worry about it. Like, it's just me doing me. And sure enough, what he told me was that his mother passed away a month prior from cancer, and that he told himself and he told her he was gonna get a 9 minute and 50 second mile and a half for her. I had no idea that this was gonna happen, and like he was so thankful, and it just took literally 20 seconds out of my time, 20 seconds out of my mile and a half, 20 seconds out of my day to make that decision to help a brother out, man. That's it. Help. It could be a sister, it could be a transgender, it could be whatever. But all it takes is one decision to help somebody. And now, like, other people think about, you know what, how can I get involved? Like, do I have to work under you? Do I have to work for you? Like, no, like you could be Project Oasis and not know nothing about me. Like, if you're there, if you're helping somebody, and like, hey, you know what, let me hook up this guy with, I don't know, $1. Let me hook up this guy with some knowledge. Like, hey, man, I see what you're doing. I don't know, you're selling flowers. Well, I'm gonna give you an idea. It's up to you if you want to use it. But here's this idea. This is how I would branch it off to make it bigger, to scale. That's Project Oasis right there, because you're creating the world of tomorrow. You're creating shit that doesn't exist now by doing something now. I know it's a little crazy, because I'm a little crazy. People tell me that, and I fully believe it, because you got to be crazy. You got to be crazy. Because I was sitting in people's rooms who are like high up there, talking about the highest you can go as an enlisted, rank-wise. And they straight up told me, like, hey, why should I help you? And I'm like, first of all, I didn't come here for help. I appreciate help, but I'll never beg for help. I'm not that type of person. And if I need to beg you to help me help somebody else, and suck a dick, suck a big fat dick. Like, I don't need that. And I'm all for that. Like, yo, if you see me doing something and you're not with it, I'm perfectly fine. Everybody got their own ideas. Everybody got their own thing. But if you want to take Project Oasis and like do something negative, like, you know what? I want to do this. Like, I don't know. I want to raise $10,000. Oh yeah, how you want to do that? I want to start fights. I want to make orphans fight. Nah, that ain't the way. That ain't Project Oasis. That's gonna book you a fight with me, and y'all know I'm nice with it. But Project Oasis is anything that helps others. And I know everybody, when you're young and you're dumb, you just want to help. You want to make a big impact on the world. Like, you know what? I want to go work for Microsoft. I want to go work for Amazon, and I want to just make something happen. But unfortunately, no one's going to make something that you see happen until you start doing it yourself. Like, people weren't selling books online until Jeff Bezos made his vision a reality. People weren't making, like, Internet Explorer until fucking Bill Gates came around. People weren't doing this shit until until you started doing what you wanted to do. And it could be anything. I believe people have amazing ideas. They're just scared to say it because one day, at one time in their life, they were laughed at. Or they raised their hand, they said the wrong answer, and that one person in the back who you gave no fucks about laughed at you. Or maybe the teacher, she gave you that look. But it was something that happened in your life that made you want to be quiet. And now in my life, I had a bunch of times like that. I wasn't in a perfect home. In my life, I was yearning for my mother's attention and her affection because she was always busy. She had me at 14. She was busy trying to support me, support herself, and she didn't have time. Something I didn't realize when I was younger. So I was yearning for that attention, for that affection. And it didn't make me want other things. Like if I went to school and I got in a fight, I wouldn't care unless my mom gave me attention. Or if I said something stupid, I wouldn't care unless my mom heard it. But she wasn't hearing it. And then as I got older, I grew cold. I grew very, very cold, and I was just a hateful being. And then I realized, you know what, law of attraction, I just have to, if I want things to happen, if I want to receive love, I got to start giving love. Then I realized I don't need her affection, her attention to do great things. All I need to do is just do me and appreciate the fact that that person might appreciate, that person might not. But just live life based on my own terms. And how did I do that? My first step was first giving 300 pounds of food to a church down in a group where they give out food to poor people in the area. And then I was like, you know what? We have to start scaling this. Well, if I'm going to scale, I need a name. Project Oasis. And now if you want to get involved with Project Oasis, it's simple as either messaging me on Instagram, Jason from Queens, or sending an email to projectoasis18@gmail.com. Letting me know, hey man, this is what I want to do. And like, I'm open for discussion. You could be in New York City. You could be in, I don't know, in the middle of Bumblefuck. And just reach out to me, and I will help you help yourself. Like, as simple as that. Because I'm not someone who, I don't wish hate on anybody. I think everyone deserves what they deserve, and I'm not the one to see all that happen. I'm the one to spread love, and that's the way I'm doing the Project Oasis. We're giving out love to everybody. And now, if you're interested, man, just hit me up. Deuces.